So do you want to give a pitch?
Yeah, I can.
Should I open the doc or?
You can open also the doc. We can follow at the same time.
I'm going to also move the doc in our shared drive.
Okay, is it recording?
It's recording.
So check, there's something called Jorge's morning plan.
Okay, let's just finish moving my stuff in the folder. Okay. Practices. Is it in the shared folder?
Yeah. Should be.
Maybe I need to refresh it.
Yes.
Yeah. I had to refresh for some reason. Here the internet is not. Yes, hold on.
Okay.
On the plan.
Okay. I start a timer.
Oh, is it presentation?
I want to see how long it takes to go through this one. Let's see. Fun. Reset. Start. So, my money plan consists of divided in 2 points. The first point is where is related with art, liberal art, which is possible through funding. The second is design, applied creativity, and it's possible through clients. So then the one aspect that I found in liberal art is, so I call it 1.1 is hybrid performance, and then I found then the living cost, which means like the house plus the travel expenses. Those are variables because depending on where are we going, the house will change, and also the travels. Second aspect is the tech, buying or renting, and then depending on the scope of the project, that's a variable as well. The payment, which is subdivided into 2 categories. One is food, the variable depending on the space again, and then work payment, that is something that would be nice to start going forward. And this, I assume, I said, like, has to be plus 50 euros, so at least 50 euros or more per day in developed countries. So say like, in developed countries. If you go to other places, then we can negotiate this ratio.
So that's the artist.
That's the artist one. I found that just that's, I call it 1.1, one branch. There should be other branches. And the second point was about design and clients. Then I basically wrote more like a pitch of what is the unique value proposition. And I said the 2.1 proposition is that is in web design for art and tech. Best practices bureau involves the client with an embodied full stack process. The added value relies on the time to develop something that is functional within a process that understands and responds to the needs of the clients. Insights through the possibilities, so they actually have a really good insight through what are the state of the art of web technologies, and actually they can understand what is the problem or what are the features that maybe they need to implement. And I think so that the added value, as we were talking some days ago, is that we favor the client, and we try to go with the client for him or she to understand what is actually the problem, or what is the functionality that the specific client needs in their website. Because, as you know, very often the client doesn't really know what they want, and since it's our artistic propositions, then the feature will be very different from client to client. And the second point, 2.2 was about motion capture, and then I stopped.
But that's basically you help someone using motion capture, for example.
There are different ways, because this is a motion capture I can copy paste, because I did my business that I did with numbers and all these things, legal stuff for my school. So I have a whole pitch for that, and so there are different ones. But so yeah, maybe I will not speculate with that, but I just will open the file and go through it.
Cool. I have to say, it's a good introduction to my plan. Because my plan is basically just numbers.
It's what I thought about, but I think that's perfect. That's super.
And by the way, this is confidential, so we're not going to share the screen.
So this is, Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's not confidential. It will
We'll see.
show it at some point to people.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's nice to document this, and actually this will be uploaded. So
Yeah.
you are watching this that we are talking about now about numbers. So now you know what services you can get from us.
Yes. What is the unique value proposition, the UVP?
And how much does it cost? Let's go to the next, to my document, which is also in the folder if you want to take a look.
Where is it?
I just added it. Best price, practices pricing. Down.
Alright.
So maybe I follow the same flow, which starts from the artistic works, like if we work as an artist, is at the bottom. Basically, I took this number from another project that I wrote here, but I didn't say it. This I have to figure that out. Anyways, so I think it's roughly like the same idea. So I thought like, in this case, I put the living cost and artist fee together as like around 3K per month per person.
Okay.
But that doesn't include lodging, like accommodation, travel expense, and we also need workspace and material cost, whatever we need. So basically aligns with what you said, and I think this is a bit tricky thing. Like it depends on the funding, so we could probably negotiate for cheaper price, but I think that's the baseline, I would say.
Yeah, I think we aim for something that is more and then negotiate from there than just like go for cheap and then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now the corporate like client works are the more complicated one. Well, have different categories.
Good.
Is it the most expensive? Yeah, the most expensive ones are like basically interactive.
Like
this
installations, like
yes.
open.
So for example, this is the case, I don't say real client, but like let's say like this interactive display, either monitor or projection with some kind of tracking, for example, like that you can actually interact with the system.
Yeah.
I budgeted 35K. Let's say minimum we need like 3 months.
Yeah.
And 15K is for like open frameworks or any kind of like front end visualization development, including the like technical part, like computer vision and stuff.
Yeah.
5K for backend if we need to, like, I guess it's important to have like sharing options, so you can send it to your phone, send it to your Twitter, whatever. 5K for design, and 10K for other management stuff. Plus material costs. That doesn't exist.
I will put just marketing. I think that's something that should be there.
Like I just put this like 10K as like direction management.
That could be marketing side.
As well.
Yeah.
And the idea is, so I wrote this scenario here that I would probably take most of the development fee, depending on how much I outsource to other people. And let's say you do the design, but of course design is cheaper, so we're gonna, depending on how much we work, we will balance with the rest. Yeah. And I think that's gonna be fair.
Yeah.
So that applies to the other ones as well. Next one, maybe it's, I can see that too. So let's say like similar project, but it's not that we deliver something, but if we work as a consultant, I budgeted like 6K per month for like technical things.
And this is 6K is like a payment for the bureau, like for us. Is that individual or that's a payment for?
This is individual.
Okay.
So like very technical thing. That actually is from my experience.
Okay.
Yeah. Just as a note. And let's say we have non-interactive display, so it's like showing some visuals that doesn't include cameras, for example. But it still receives data from somewhere else. Like can be also weather or can be stock price or whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of, I would call it like non-interactive, but still generative.
Yeah.
Display is a little bit cheaper because I don't need to do the this sensor stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I budgeted front end 5K, back end 5K, design 5K, and the rest 10K for direction, management, marketing.
Good.
Plus material cost, of course, if you need projectors and displays. I think that's straightforward. And with web, basically it's around the same. Like, so, but the tricky thing, I would emphasize that we would only do like a single page with some kind of transition within the page. But like we don't make, for example, blogs or like this kind of thing that has like many pages. That
so that is just one pager.
Yeah, one pager.
Yeah. That's
just to make it simple, but that doesn't mean that we make it simple, but we focus on like more about the interactions within the page.
And that's the state of the art in web design. Is now is web one pagers.
Yeah. And let's say, one pager, 25K. Yeah, it sounds like same idea. Front end 5K, back end 5K, design 5K, and just 10K. Let's say that takes like 3 months, but of course if it takes longer, it will be more expensive. But what is special about us is we have another option to include, for example, camera interaction or some kind of more complex interaction with webcam or something else.
Yeah.
And that will add 10K to the previous one, so it's going to be 35K, and that 10K goes to basically the computer vision or the development of JavaScript.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's pretty much it. I also wrote like we do like client works as like client as like artists. I don't know because if I look at these numbers,
well, what do you mean? What is that?
Like more cultural thing that someone asks us to, let's say like this other artist who wants to make a web page
on their name, and then
as their work. This is like, I think realistically for two of us, I think it's very difficult to budget unless they have like huge budget.
Yeah.
We have to think.
Also because I know like but these are details. Then like with contracts, at least always in Belgium, which I think is the same in Europe, it's based on European law, is that normally when you work like for web design, then you give the rights. This almost the case all the time in normal web design. But I guess we have to pitch that within our work that it's an artistic process, and therefore we need to have some rights, or we give completely the rights. That is the case. This is the case, for instance, that you just give completely the rights for somebody, and they can do whatever they want.
Let's say
that's an added value. Normally, that's the way how it works. Like, yeah.
Yeah, this I didn't put it. I didn't clarify that part. I was thinking that at least we need to, with this pricing for the corporate clients, we need to say that we did this work, so that they don't have to credit. That has to be negotiated. But we can say that in our portfolio we did this work.
Exactly.
That's important. That's the baseline. If that's not possible, either the price will
then we have to
just up, or we can.
That's negotiable. That we can in the contract we can specify if they want the full rights. We negotiate that. That was good. That was 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That was super, and we did this in 25 minutes. So it's super efficient.
Very productive. Wow.
This is something that I have in my head in abstraction for a long time, and now it's taking some. Yeah, and I think
we didn't even plan to split tasks. So
but it's cool because it means that we are in line. Like for instance, it's true. Like then the way how also you do how you split things, also the way how naturally then able to start writing things more, how to pitch that more. Create a UVP and all these kind of things. It's more coming from design and marketing, which is something that I have practiced. I mean, I'm doing that consultancy. So it just seems very natural, this process.
Yeah.
Amazing.
to talk more about, I mean, maybe not this round, maybe later, like how we can like frame the motion capture, let's say, consultant.
So then I would like to show you then my project, but maybe let's first like we eat because there's lunch, and then after then I can show you because I have a project with a real video and everything. I have everything there, like with law, like how much that costs to start the company in Belgium, all these things.
Cool.
All the numbers and everything is there.
So if you are interested, please write to bestpracticesin@gmail.com. No, yeah.
It's called like the best practices altogether.gmail.com.
.in, yeah.
Yeah, best practices in@gmail.com.
But in fact, on Gmail, you don't. It doesn't matter where you put the period. The dot.
As long as no.
Actually, they just take it out, like
from the Gmail.
From Gmail.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Okay.
Anyways,
so it was good. Very, very interesting. So we are very excited to hear from you guys. We are officially, I think, kind of, I guess, open for business.
We are available for now.
Yes.
Well, we have to negotiate.
We have to negotiate time, but we start putting start setting 2022. It seems it's gonna be. We will move around, travel, but it's always our time for business. We're really happy to work with you guys.
Yes. What if we get like offers from Colombia and Argentina and Japan?
What do you mean?
Because they're the ones watching this.
So we
get offers from those countries.
Yes.
Because the people in those countries, they are watching the channel, YouTube channel.
But then we can apply this thing.
Yeah. So that would be great, Like I don't want to work all the time in Germany.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
No, of course, if you're watching from Germany, please contact as well if you're interested.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Then see you later.
Yes.